Hello.
Hello. I'm
Well,
back.
he's back. Welcome to
Yeah.
the Many Worlds Tavern podcast, episode 5. Andrew went to PAX Unplugged, and so we're doing a little reflection. And
I did.
Yeah.
I was there.
how was it?
It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of walking. I think I was telling you earlier, I haven't felt this sore in a while. My hips are stiff. And my shins are sore.
Yeah.
So maybe I wore the wrong shoes, or maybe I'm just terribly out of shape. I don't know what the right answer to that is, but it's one of the two, or both.
Okay. So it was in Philly. You went from Friday to Sunday?
Yeah.
Got back in yesterday night? Or
Yeah, so I missed most of the day Friday, but I got
Mhm.
there just for kind of the end of the expo that day. Walked around, saw a few people, and then, was kind of in the convention hall almost all day Saturday.
Okay.
I think I escaped for coffee at one point, and maybe for dinner. But yeah, and then went back on Sunday
Nice.
to tie it up.
So what are the highlights of the con?
I was thinking about it. I think my favorite part of the con was also my least favorite.
Okay.
And I know that's kind of a contradiction, but it was very chill. Like, it was just very calm. I mean, it wasn't loud.
Mm-hmm.
So I think there was definitely times when I appreciated that. I was like, wow, it's just really easy to walk around and do whatever you want. But also I was like, where's the energy? Because I definitely, I feed off of other people's energy. And so I was really just kind of like, every once in a while, I was like, man, like, I could do with something right now. But it was also to the point where when somebody did get loud and you'd hear like a hammer, there was one booth, I'm not going to remember the name, but they were doing some silly giveaway thing that involved hitting something with a hammer and making noise. It was almost like you jumped because you weren't expecting that kind of level of energy from anybody there. But no, I mean, it was, from what I could tell, like, everyone was being respectful of the health and safety precautions and being respectful of each other's space. And, maybe it's because it is a giant collection of introverts and nerds.
Well,
everyone is just used to keeping their space from each other anyway. But yeah, I mean, like, all the concerns I had going to a giant event at, this point in time with COVID and just with everything. I mean, it was kind of, it was really, really chill and very enjoyable for sure.
nice. Any game highlights? What was the best thing you saw? Or
The best thing I saw, it's kind of silly because it's more for my 5-year-old.
okay.
I'm always like trying to find a game that looks like it might not be boring for me to play with my 5-year-old.
Oh, yeah.
And I saw Rhino Hero at the Haba booth for the first time.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, and I was like, I looked at the box and just got super excited that it was ages 5 and up. So I'm definitely gonna try that one with him. For actual adult games, I think there were a number that caught my eye this year. One was Batoku, which I told you a little bit about, but it's just this giant kind of point salad game. It looked like so much, and it was so much color, and it was so pretty. And I walked over, but she started explaining the rules, and my eyes just kind of glazed over. But I am interested to try to play it at one point, but it definitely wasn't like a quick play either. She said it would at least be like 2.5 hours the first time you play.
Oh yeah, right.
So someday. Other than that, I hadn't played Arch Ravels before. It was very cute. I appreciated that one. I played a remake of an old game called Conspiracy, which was interesting. But, once I discovered that it was an old game, I kind of understood why the mechanics were a little wonky. But it was interesting. I played... my favorite game. Well, it's the only one I actually bought. I just didn't have room in my suitcase, one, but also two, I would kind of promise myself before going that I really wasn't going to just spend money on random stuff because I've spent so much money just in the past 2 weeks on gifts for people.
Yeah.
But it was called Surrealist Dinner Party.
Yes.
Yeah. And it was one of those, just as you're walking around, like the art caught my eye.
Mm-hmm.
And she had the owner of the company was there, and she had set this table up with like this like faux dinner party set up. So it was like these fake grapes and this fake like cheese platter kind
nice.
of thing. And I was like, it just caught my eye at first because I thought it was like actual food that I could eat. But then I was like, oh, it's a great game. And it's card based, but there's also little wooden bits but the cards are all almost black and white, and the bits are nice colors and very eye catching. And then I finally did get to demo that on the final day, and it was enjoyable enough that I went and ordered a copy to be shipped here immediately. So I'm looking forward to that coming. I know there were a few others that I really appreciated that I saw. Oh, the Steam Up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Which was I honestly I didn't sit through a whole demo, but I didn't need to. I just saw it, and they're like the little minis were all dumplings, and then like the board game consists of these tiny little steam bowls, and it's like a game where you play with dumplings. And I was like, I don't. It could be the worst game, and I still wanted it.
Still want it. Yeah.
Because it just looked so awesome.
Yeah.
And it made me hungry. What else?
Sounds like you met a lot of people.
I did meet a lot of people. Yeah. Paula Deming was gracious enough to invite me to the little meetup of all the creators on Saturday night. And so it was great because I think I actually like saw half of people's faces, I've seen the whole of everyone's face, I guess, on camera. But they've seen half of my face now.
That's right.
But I met almost all of our board game creators. It was great.
Yeah.
To finally actually say hi to people. Not everyone was shaking hands, but
sure,
that's totally fine. And it was just good to actually like have human interaction, I guess.
Yeah.
Other than just talking over email and via the internet. So it's cool.
Cool. Well, will many worlds be at PAX?
You think? I hope so.
Yeah.
And I don't know if we're just going to have a booth and try to schlep some coffee. If by the time PAX rolls around next time, maybe we have some kind of game that we're rolling out, or a game developer we're partnering with, or I don't even know. I want to know what Wild Bills did to get a soda stand.
Oh, yeah, sure.
I feel like we need a coffee bar.
Yeah.
But that also sounds like a lot of work.
Yeah.
So maybe not next year. But
bringing
a lot of fun for
a coffee bar to Dallas was one thing. But then getting it to Philly or somewhere.
I'm just imagining how fun it would be to like have a real espresso machine though on the floor.
And that'd be super impressive.
People.
Yeah.
We'd have to travel with like 10 people though.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I don't think we could do it ourselves. We need to
staff. Yeah, like an entire coffee shop, pretty much.
Yeah.
That's probably how many people Wild Bills had, I imagine.
Nice. Okay, PAX U. We have 3 conventions now between us.
Yeah,
conventions are exciting
for sure.
Yeah, it's exciting. It's cool. I think it's really cool to, just what you said already. Get past the screen into face to face with people. I guess that's kind of why analog games are so fun to begin with, is you get to you have a good excuse to have some face-to-face with people, even strangers, which is always fun. So I've been having a lot of fun with the cons. Pretty cool that PAX Unplugged sounded like a productive trip, but also a fun trip, and good to get the coffee in people's hands.
And there's also just something magical about being able to like touch things, because it is,
for sure,
tabletop gaming realm, and so I feel like there's always going to be something missing online when you don't have the tactile part of the experience. And I think both for board games and our coffee, I think it's like such a different conversation when somebody's holding our coffee in their hand Because then they actually get to like, they're like, wait, what is this? I had a lot of those conversations because I think it was easier at BGG when we were actually brewing coffee and like they could see that there was a brown liquid inside of a vessel. But I was handing people, I was like, do you like coffee? And they're like, yes. And then I'd hand them a little box and they'd be like, I still don't know what this is, what you handed me. They're like, what is this? I'm like, that's coffee, I promise. And so there's definitely like an explanation that had to follow every box I handed over. But there are a couple people who are like, oh, I've had okay instant coffee. And you know, the people that I found early on actually tried it and you know actually enjoyed it. So that was good to hear too. But yeah, hopefully more people take our instant coffee to their next con because it really is like a super easy way to make coffee in your hotel room or make coffee late at night while you're gaming at the table.
Yeah. I've been using it just to be a little bit lazy. Even sometimes when we have everything set up, we have all the scales and a hot water tower. We don't have to wait for anything.
I mean, yeah, we have a $25,000 espresso machine.
Yeah. And then like at 4:45, I'm like, I'm just gonna make it pack. It's just it's so easy. So yeah. Cool. Many Worlds updates. Some updates. New content coming out soon. We did some playthroughs of a couple RPGs. We played Icarus and we played, what's the other one? Icarus.
If you can't remember, I'm not gonna remember, Chris.
Oh no, not an RPG. Icarus is an RPG. We played Here to Slay as well. Yeah. And then we just played The Loop. So those videos are coming out soon. I'm trying to make some coffee content this week as well, so look out for that. Treasured Realm is sold out,
but it's coming back in January.
It's coming back. So the Treasured Realm was our single origin. We are sold out for this round, which was the Costa Rican coffee that we had. But every time we re-release Treasured Realm with a new 100 bags, we're going to do a new producer. So maybe from a different country, different coffee for sure. And we'll do a whole new custom card and sticker and all of that. So keep up to date with us. Looking out for that. Holidays, it's December 13 today? 13?
That sounds right.
Yeah. I'll take your word for it. So, you know, if you order this week, hopefully everything will get to you. If you order sooner than later, obviously that's going to improve your chances, but the post can get kind of crazy towards the end of December. So if you're planning to give the gift of Many Worlds in any way, orders in as earlier is better.
Yeah, and definitely if you want to make sure it gets there, I would suggest trying UPS instead of the post office.
Yeah, might have better.
Yeah, we typically ship out within... it's either the day of or the day after. If we order on a Friday, it may not go out till Monday. Yeah, we always try to ship as soon as possible. But then, yeah, once it's out our door, we can't control how long it takes to get to you.
Right. So of course, coffee, instant coffee, but some new merch stuff. We got 2 new mirror mugs. We have a little camp mug size and a tumbler that fits into your cup holder. And the new playmats. So plenty of stuff to buy from us.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
I think they're good gifts. I think they're because we have easy access to it, I've been passing out plenty of coffee to people, and I think people are really enjoying it. So if we don't have a podcast again before the holidays, happy holidays to everybody.
Happy holidays.
Play lots of games, and let us know if you drink the coffee.
Yeah. Awesome.
All right. Thanks, y'all. It's been episode 5, Many Worlds Tavern Podcast. Chris and Andrew, we'll see you later.
Signing off.